Last time on the Lost Crown.
I smell the blood of a traitor.
King Darius.
I knew this day would come. To rise once more. Protect my son.
Who's better now? The student or the master?
Hola amigos, Ghost here, and today we end our journey into Prince of Persia, the Lost Crown. Previously, Sargon managed to find the last gong and unlock the door in his way. With his path clear, Sargon reached the top of the Tower of Silence. Amongst the frozen statues and snowy covered paths lay the open coffin of King Darius. Vahram knelt beside his father, asking for guidance before departing. The dead king then rose from his coffin and stood in Sargon's way. Their battle was epic. Sargon proved to be better and finally gave the rest the undead king wanted. His sword turned into the key of kings. Save this world, save my son, was the king's last wish. One that Sargon will do, must do. Leaving the tower, both Neith and Alkara speak to Sargon about the corruption the Simurgh's powers are doing to him, and of what his path truly is. From here, Sargon returns to the haven one last time to prepare for his final battle against Vahram. In his preparations, Sargon faced Artaban in an ultimate test of his skills. Sargon passed this test after a long, epic battle. Now it is time to head to King Darius' palace. It is time to break the curse of Mount Qaf. It is time to stop Vahram and save him from himself. It is time to face our fate, forge our own path, and save the world. Let's do this! Before we enter King Darius' palace, let us talk with our allies one final time.
Hi, Sargon.
It looks like we can buy a hint from her. Obviously, there's no treasure maps. And we might have new dialogue. So first, let's just see what the hint gives us.
I met Darius, the King of Kings. His soul is set free.
Do you have the Key of Kings?
Yes, I have it.
Not many people have passed through the palace gate in the last 30 years. Neither one way nor the other. Except for me.
Really? She's been there. Interesting. I wonder if it's before the time curse or during it. Anyway, do you have anything to say before we conclude this game?
I'm glad I showed you how to use memory shards. Whatever happens, don't forget Mount Qaf.
I promise I won't.
I definitely won't forget this place. It's tried to kill us a million times, and it's also shown us many beautiful and amazing things. Alrighty then.
Be careful. There's still much darkness out there.
I will. I will be as careful as I can. Thank you for giving us all those upgrades and charms. You've been very beneficial to us. Let's go talk to Artaban.
Good to see you.
Truly.
I'll keep my blade sharp.
Fair enough. Granted, I'm pretty sure Artaban will also be up there, so he'll have another final words. Let's see what Kahiva has to say.
Welcome. Do you wish something forged? You've earned my respect, Sargon. Do right by it.
I will. I will save the world. Alright.
So, time twists again.
It does. A second chance for different actions, different decisions.
You sound sure of yourself. So, I believe in you.
But you sound worried.
No. Maybe I don't matter, and maybe I'm alone down here. But I know that all of us are tangled together, no matter if we like it or not.
Wow. I was not expecting such lore from this little bit of dialogue. I didn't expect a scrapper to give us such a dialogue. Being like, hey, maybe I'm alone, but we're all in this together, to be honest. I didn't expect him to say that, since he seemed to only care about his loot. Granted, with the world possibly ending, it kind of makes sense for him to be like that.
Xerxes! I only accept Xerxes here! Not everything is always so shiny.
Fair enough.
The first note of success. Chaos sings once more.
Muy interesante. Clearly, she planned for all this to occur because if Vahram succeeds in whatever the hell he's technically trying to do, either if he's trying to become a true god or if he's just trying to gain all the powers to be the greatest king ever, it's clearly all part of Azadaha's plan. And if Sargon defeats Vahram and everything, I wonder if she will come into play or she'll just be like, damn it, my plans were foiled. But it's interesting that she has that reaction.
The first note of success. Chaos sings once more.
And I was right. Looks like Neith, Artaban, and Hassan are here. And it looks like we completed one mission and added a new one. So before we do that one, let's go all the way back down to see. Sargon found their way into King Darius's old palace. Indeed. And now this is most likely the final mission of the game. The Crossroads of Time. Sargon has entered the former palace of King Darius. He must catch up with Vahram before he reaches the Sigmol Temple. We must reach the Sigmol Gate. And it's very interesting that younger Vahram is the cover, or not the cover art, the art for this mission compared to some of the other ones. Very fascinating. Now let's talk to the homies, probably for the final time.
I do admire you, Sargon. You don't need Artaban or Neith's help to get here.
So the summit of Mount Qaf is where it will all play out.
Considering what Vahram is after, he should be in the Hall of Divination by now.
I must stop him before he absorbs the Heart of the Simurgh.
And that power in the wrong hands could destroy Persia.
The Simurgh's feathers. I have some of them. I know they don't belong to someone like me.
Bloodline is not everything.
It's your actions that matter.
And look how Vahram changed. You must defeat him, Sargon.
I'll try to save him first. It may be the last time we meet.
Sargon, bravery is what makes you immortal.
The fate of Persia depends on you.
A very touching ending to our conversation. We will save the world, We'll stop Vahram and save him if we can. Any last things you want to say?
Neith, Artaban, I have to fight Vahram.
We know, Sargon. We know.
Yep, we have to fight him. There's no choice. He was our mentor, our ally, our comrade. Probably a father figure to Sargon at one point or another. And now he's trying to destroy the world, basically. We have to stop him. Let's do this. Royal corridors. And a new walk tree. That's good to know. Also, I kept the amulets that I used against Artaban on, as I believe they might be quite effective against Vahram, since he is obviously the last boss fight. Oh! Oh my god. They really don't want me to, Ow. Oh wow. I nailed those bastards easily, surprisingly. Gotcha. They're really trying to throw everything they have at me. Unfortunately for them, I'm too OP. Ow. Voila. I assume we might see young Vahram in a moment, and our final walk tree. And probably a small... Nope, no combat encounter. I'm surprised. And this is our final fast travel point. Our final walk tree. And I assume young Vahram is probably going to be right there. And then also main Vahram, evil Vahram. So, yeah. Let's get ready to do this. Let's do this. Uh-oh, that doesn't look good.
Vahram,
My father gave you the key to the palace, didn't he? Then you can enter the Hall of Divination. Ready to face me, the older me, who has lost control.
you've seen your older self.
I just know he's there, and I don't want to be like him. Sargon, you're still my friend, are you? There has to be a way to save him.
I'll find a way. I didn't give up on you, and I won't give up on him.
Warning, there will be no turning back. Are you ready? Of course I am. Don't worry, young Vahram. We will do everything in our power to save older Vahram from himself. We will try to save his life. And if we can't, we'll make sure we can at least save the world. Let's do this!
I've lost too much to trust the Simurgh again. I can't believe in such a cruel god anymore.
The Heart of the Simurgh.
With our powers combined as one, imagine all the good we could do for humankind.
Vahram, no human is meant to wield such power.
I am no mere mortal. I am the first immortal. Sargon, you must understand. The Simurgh's powers showed me the future. I saw our kingdom engulfed in flames. Our people suffering for nothing. Persia vanishing. Corrupted from within. We can stop it, Sargon. We can build a world free of deceit, lies, human weaknesses. Help me save Persia. Give me your powers.
No.
I am time and space. I am creation. And I will create a new, perfect empire.
Vahram! Vahram, no!
You should have joined me instead, Sargon.
Vahram destroyed everything. Mount Qaf, Persepolis. There is nothing left. No immortals. No one. Only the void remains. Mighty Simurgh, you were the one gifting me life time and time again. Why did you choose me rather than the others? I'm not sure I understand. They are always with me. I can't defeat them. What if it's too late? I don't exist anymore. I couldn't stop Vahram. Vahram is not my enemy. I can still save him.
Okay, pretty cool. Crossroads of Times. Interessante. Let's see. Vahram found the cup of Jamshed. He transformed into an all-powerful god. His first act was to reduce the universe to ashes, to rebuild a perfect world in his image. Nothing exists anymore. Sargon, saved by the Simurgh, still hopes to save Vahram. And hopefully we can. I gotta say, I do like how the Simurgh actually shows up. The architect was right. The Simurgh is still alive. And I do like how all the other alternate versions of Sargon, even though not physically there like Sargon, showed up behind him and basically became part of him. I very much like that. My only downside, and this is a thing I think with some other cutscenes, is the lip syncing / no movement of the mouth. I assume sometimes it's not necessary because they're actually talking inside their own head / telepathically, but sometimes it seems like they're trying to talk physically, but they fail to. But regardless, I ain't gonna let that ruin the moment. And this just looks amazing. Holy crap. I love how we're seeing pieces of all of Mount Qaf here.
Be the first to witness the birth of a new world, Sargon.
Vahram, you are mistaken. The world you have in mind cannot exist.
I am the one and only, the Creator. A new world is not up for debate. It manifests itself for all.
Oh. Okay, you can, okay. Oh, ow. Oh, crap. Aha. Oh.
Perfect empire awaits.
This is definitely gonna be like a multi-phase boss, I can already tell. Oh. Come on.
cannot defeat a god, Sargon.
I can't join you either.
Face shoot! Oh! Oh! Okay. Oh! Okay, heal, heal, heal. Oh! Okay, I did waste that power up, but it's a-okay. Ow! Ooh! Got you.
This is my sacred duty.
Oh yeah, I was too far away. Ooh! Holy shit. Oh no. Oh no. Ah! Yeah, I was cooked. I was too far away. Ow. And phase 3.
You are resisting the inevitable.
No, this is my path. This is the only way.
Oh, we're cooked. I should just try to dodge those. I should keep trying to parry them. So far, though, a cool final boss. Though I do say the design of him could have been a little bit better. I feel like the purple clashes a little bit too much with the white and gold. But overall, it is a cool design. And so far, it's not super difficult. I think it was just me messing up a couple times when I shouldn't have. And I think that's on purpose because Sargon's supposed to be the strongest or the strongest that he's ever supposed to be, and the Simurgh is guiding him low key. So that kind of also explains why it's not as difficult as like Artaban or Rajin. But it's an enjoyable boss fight. It's not too easy, not too hard yet. So yeah, there's 3 phases at least. Hell, there's probably a 4th. I don't know. But let's get right back to it.
This is my sacred duty. In the name of creation. Perfect empire waits.
Oh.
I am equal to God.
Got you.
cannot defeat a god, Sargon.
I can't join you either.
Ah!
Efforts are witness my treasure. See a world reborn.
Oh. Oh! I probably used this too soon, but gotta. Gotta make sure.
You are resisting the inevitable.
No, this is my path. This is the only way.
Oh no. Honestly, I don't know how I actually blocked that, but that was amazing. Ooh. Okay, okay. Ow. Oh. Oh.
You will give me what's mine. It's over.
No. I'm here to save you from yourself.
Holy crap. Double transformation, let's go. This is Super Saiyan 2, motherfucker.
Learn to sail in high winds.
True warrior needs no weapon.
It's your actions that matter.
Then I wish to be where we immortals are friends again.
You were right, Sargon. The Simurgh's powers were never ours.
It is the end.
May you bring the seeds of hope to all in Persia.
Vahram, no! Here is Prince Hassan. The Immortals have succeeded.
What's going on?
History will remember you. May our paths cross again.
Your Majesty.
Not anymore.
Sargon, you brought back the Simurgh, a triumph worthy of a king.
I need no praise. My blades served the crown, but in Mount Qaf, they were bloodied with the truth. Orod, Menelaus, Rajin, Anahita, Vahram. All dead now.
A small price to pay to secure my bloodline.
30 years ago, King Darius was murdered. I'll let you confess that story.
Sargon?
Look at her queen. There's something she's not telling us.
Sargon!
And with that, we have completed Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. I gotta say, one of the best games to come out that year. And I do say that year since now it is 2025. This game is just amazing, man. This game, honestly, in a review sense, since I usually do that with these credits, I would say a solid 8 or 9. It was an amazing game. The story was pretty great. Both the main story, the DLC story, all of the lore pieces, everything of it just had a lot of good to it. There are little elements here and there that could have been written a little bit better, but overall, I loved it. It was just amazing in my opinion. And it's just, the combat was great, not too simple, not too complex. All the abilities that we earn over time are useful and are very creative depending on how you want to do combat scenarios. The parkour system was simple and easy to use and utilize. It's just amazing. I'm lost to words to describe all the things I want to say, and though I'm going to try to say them. The music is great. The art style, pretty amazing. The character designs, pretty cool. The boss fights, amazing. I don't think there was a single major boss fight that I did not like. They were all pretty good, all unique in their designs and story beats. Their moves were all cool. I loved the interactions. If you fail the yellow attacks, there's a cool ass animation for you being beat up, and there's a cool animation if you block it and beat the hell out of them. Amazing. It's just, honestly, just amazing. And that little bird that's been with us throughout the entire game, though I think it's technically a pre-order / something you have to buy for like $1 extra or the deluxe edition or whatever, being Alkara the whole time makes a lot of sense about how he knows about our entire progress and our everything. Now, granted, at moments when like we're chasing him and he's also the bird at the same time is a little confusing, but it could be because, well, time is all kinds of crazy at Mount Qaf. So it's just amazing. That final boss fight, pretty good. I wish it was a little bit longer. Maybe each of the rounds of the fight being tougher and tougher. They were tougher and tougher, but I feel like they should have been more making you have to use use the dimensional claw to do this. Teleport between the dimensions to do this. Like, integrate all the powers a little bit more. Would have made the final boss fight even greater. But what we got was amazing for that final boss. It was great. The animations were smooth and crisp. I love the counter punches that we did when we blocked that yellow parry. Very anime inspired, of taking a punch just to deliver a tougher punch. This game is very much inspired by a lot of anime. I noticed, like, the final punch Sargon does to defeat Vahram is low-key inspired from My Hero's All for One super punch that All Might and Deku, I forget his name, Deku, does here and there throughout the series. It's just, there's so much good about this game. And the negatives are just minute details that could have been further improved upon if this game had a longer life cycle, if there was more DLC added or whatever, or more updates to the game. But what we got, basically a year later at this point, because it's obviously 2025, the game came out in 24, and I forgot what month I technically started the series. I started it just at the beginning of this year. My timeline might be mixed up, but either way, it's just an amazing game, and I hope in the future that Ubisoft, even though they do get have a bad track with some of their games becoming mediocre and stuff, I hope they take this example of this game and some of the other elements of other games and continue to strive to make actually good games and good storytelling, because this was a good one. This was a sleeper hit. It only won a few awards here and there, and it didn't make too much money, but it made enough. I don't know all the details, but I honestly and truly believe this game deserves some type of sequel, because the story is left a little undone. Sargon reveals the truth about the murder. I assume he's about to leave Persepolis. He's the son of Queen Domiris. What is he going to do after the fact? Did the Simurgh choose Sargon to be the rightful king of Persia? What's going to happen to Prince Hassan now that he's just Hassan? Will he be like, I forget which Prince of Persia game it was, but where the quote-unquote prince of the game was a wanderer, was sort of like a traveler? I wonder if we'll have like in the future, maybe a game revolving around both characters at different points, with Sargon reeling after the events of this, and also what Hassan is doing. Because I don't think, even though we haven't seen Hassan fight, it could easily segue into him learning how to become a fighter, a warrior, inspired by Sargon and all that. So I know I'm just rambling on about things I like, little negatives, future prospects, but that's just because this game did so many things right, in my opinion, in the story-wise, and the combat, and the music, and the art style design, and everything, that I'm just excited and talking about everything good. Like, yeah, there's a few bugs and glitches here and there. Sometimes when you parkour, he will immediately jump all the way down towards spikes or whatever. Or sometimes the timings are a little off, or the clipping of where you're safe and where you're not safe is off a little bit here and there. Sometimes some of the combat situations, the specific parrying mechanic sometimes is a little too precise and a little too sharp, where you have to be pixel perfect. But overall, those are just little nitpicks that honestly don't really bother me too much. And honestly, overall, I would say at the highest, this is a 9 out of 10. At its lowest, an 8. It is a solid game. Its story is great. It's simple but effective, and it allows for certain elements to be introduced through the lore pieces that you collect over time, through the DLC and the characters' dialogue and actions. It all combines to what the main story is, and the plot-wise, I think there are a few elements that could have been more fleshed out and built up over time, but what we got was amazing, honestly. And yeah, I honestly, like I said a minute ago, I am having trouble really describing what I want to say without just saying the same thing again, because I basically am saying the same thing. This game truly, it's great, and I hope the Prince of Persia series continues on. to make more games, whether they're like this one, like the Lost Crown, or they're more like the 3D combats and parkour ones from a decade ago, or a whole different style. I wish to see more of this franchise, because this franchise deserves more. It's led to the creation of Assassin's Creed. It started all the way, I think, in the early 90s, and it's all the way to today. Like, the Lost Crown technically, um even though it's different from some of the older games, is actually more in line with the original Prince of Persia, the 2D type side scrolling type thing, the Metroidvania kind of thing. And it's just, yeah. I, I all I gotta say is, yeah, man. This game has been an incredible journey to go through. One of the best games I've played this year so far, and I hope whatever the future has in store, that the Prince of Persia series lives on. Whether it's a direct sequel to The Lost Crown or another game in the franchise that takes elements from The Lost Crown, I'm glad that Prince of Persia is still going. Even though I didn't get a chance to play many of the older games, being able to play this one at least and watch videos on the older ones, it's great. These type of games and franchises and their stories should be able to keep going. Obviously, no game series or franchise can always just continuously go on without changes here and there, but in my opinion, it's more about just continuing the legacy and having your own types of stories. Because some of the Prince of Persia games previously had their own stories, and there's like 4 different types of universes that technically occur in Prince of Persia games, and this is the newest one, and it's yeah, amazing, man, just amazing.
Hey, Sargon.
Don't worry. I'll take good care of Vahram.
Many thanks for playing. You can load your save file to continue your exploration of Mount Qaf and complete unresolved mysteries. The boss rush mode is now unlocked with Artaban. After watching the credits a little bit after my little bit of a ramble, just want to say, other than a little bit of a mini review again, more just talk about the ending real quick, especially with that cutscene now. The older Vahram, even though he was corrupted by his own grief and anger for 30 plus years, and because of Mount Qaf's curse and everything, seeing him sacrifice himself, obviously it was probably what was going to happen regardless, and I do think it could have been built up a little bit more, but it makes a lot of sense for his character, because at least from everyone else's perspective, all the other immortals, even of Rajan, that Vahram is somebody that leads, that not just leads, worries about his people, tries to do right by them and protect them. And in that case, he realized that he was wrong and had to save everybody by giving back the heart. But in doing so, because basically that void was a black hole of sorts, it would kill him. So it was honestly a good way to end his character. Yeah, it was a little abrupt in terms of we literally knocking the sense into him, but at the same time, it makes sense with the character that we knew of from the very beginning all the way to the very end, despite all the anger and corruption of him. And it's pretty cool that the young version of Vahram survived. I was correct. A couple chapters ago, I mentioned that I think that the young Vahram and the older Vahram are two different people now. That little mini cutscene at the end shows it. The younger Vahram gets to live on and be raised by Neith and Artaban, and maybe Sargon at some point in the future. Obviously, that's post the game, and we'll not know if that's the case until if a sequel comes out until then. But it just makes sense for that to occur. It makes sense that if the young Vahram survives, that the other surviving immortals would do that. I wonder where Sargon would go next, since technically he is both the rightful heir to Persia, as well as not being the rightful heir, since he was technically chosen by the Simurgh, because during the end of that fight, when everything was being rebuilt and created at the end, I noticed a single image of the of Sargon next to the Simurgh, and I assume that's because the Simurgh is choosing him. So maybe if we do get another game, Sargon comes back and takes his place as maybe king or protector, and then everyone else does their own thing. But that's just like speculation overall. And yeah, I just wanted to say that real quick. It's cool that Alkara was the bird all this time, and honestly, like I said multiple times, in 8 to 9 out of 10, 8 at its lowest and 9 at its most. Solid combat, solid story, solid side content, great DLC, great art style, great music, and the only negatives being some bugs here and there, some difficulty spikes, and some areas that are too easy, and stuff like that. But overall, an amazing package, a great game that came out last year, and it was great to finally be able to play this game this year. Only about, I think when I started this series, it was like 8 months old, the game was, or something like that. But either way, an amazing game. I hope you all enjoyed watching this series as much as I did. And yeah. With that, we have concluded Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. Hopefully, we will see Sargon one day once more, and maybe Neith and Artaban, and young Vahram, Alkara, and Hassan. Maybe one day we will get a sequel in some way, shape, or form. And when that day comes, you will bet that this ghost will play that game. And with that, we conclude our journey into the Lost Crown. It has been one epic journey, full of spectacular battles, wonderful scenery, awesome exploration and parkour, and most importantly, great stories. It has been a blast playing this game, and I hope you all enjoyed this finale and the series as a whole as much as I did. Until next time, this is Ghost, signing out.